Genetic tests aren't just for finding out your ancestry. They can show you your health risks for things like breast cancer, too.
Some projections suggest that the genetic testing market will exceed $22 billion in the next 5 years. But News Channel 5's Ashley Walters explains tonight, even if you've had a genetic test performed, you need to understand what those results will bring you and what they are not telling you as well.
You got 10 seconds left! Woo! You guys are crushing it!
With a cheerleader approach, Shannon Burrows aims to be a champion of healthy living. The certified personal trainer is hyper aware of her health.
You guys are doing awesome! Keep it up!
She took an at-home mail-in genetic test.
Very fascinating when 23andMe came out. I was so excited I couldn't wait to do it.
The test gave her some insight.
All of my test results came back fantastic. I had no increased risk of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, no cancer whatsoever. Which was kind of ironic because at that point I had already been diagnosed.
The reason, as 23andMe clearly states, it was only testing for 3 major mutations linked to breast cancer. More comprehensive tests looking at thousands of mutations are given by doctors like Nancy Taft of Jupiter Medical Center.
The direct-to-consumer, we call that recreational genetics. It's interesting, but it's not complete.
More complete, Taft says, are the brand new, broader gene panels plus genetic counseling.
With some of those mutations, they have increased risk of colon cancers, pancreatic cancers, other cancers.
Technology is changing testing so quickly, you might need to do it again to catch one of hundreds of newly identified markers.
I would say if someone's been tested before 2014, 2015, they absolutely should come back to their doctor.
Just like DNA, each person's story is different in Shannon's cancer survivor exercise class. Sheila Perry's breast cancer was so aggressive, there wasn't time for gene testing before surgery.
I ended up by having 5 surgeries in 3 years. If it could have saved a couple of surgeries, it definitely would have been easier on everybody.
Kelly Gilbert knew her family history.
My grandmother had had cancer around my age.
Doctors told Gilbert her 3-year-old daughter could be tested now.
My doctors encouraged me to wait until she's old enough to understand it herself.
Burrows has a daughter too.
Did you make your lunch today?
Yeah.
Doctors say the technology is changing so fast, testing may be far more complete by the time these kids are grown. Until then, Burrows is encouraging a healthy lifestyle.
All right.
Easy peasy.
Looking to the future, making the most of the life with the set of genes you have. Ashley Walters, WPTV News Channel 5.
The genetic testing that you do by mail from home may be less expensive, but it only shows, they say, a tiny fraction of the gene mutations that scientists have identified at this point. Doctors say you really should consider broad testing and genetic counseling with your doctor. And the labs, they're getting pretty competitive on this, so the price may be far more affordable than you think.